Hey everyone, my name is the Theme Park Evangelist. I am finally getting to this week's random vlog as of Friday, May 16th, around 5:15 or so p.m. in the evening. The reason why I'm 2 days late is because Wednesday I literally slept in all morning. I started developing a sore throat, probably because I've been working too much. At that point, I've been 2 weeks straight. And, um, also on top of that, I had to go to Walmart to go get some groceries because, truthfully, with most of my money going towards bills, it's hard for me to find money to put towards my own apartment. And it could be frustrating. Like the last time I got paid from Publix before Wednesday, it was really nice, and I bought all this food from Publix, but I gifted it mostly to my brother. And honestly, if it wasn't for Katie helping me survive until Wednesday, there's no way I could have survived without pulling any money out of the honeymoon fund. And honestly, I wouldn't even have the honeymoon fund if I didn't have Katie to marry. So that's how I see it. So anyway, this week's random topic is going to be about what has been my all-time favorite theme park to vlog. That can be literally anything from Universal to Dollywood to Kings Island, you name it. The answer may surprise you, but we're going to get there. And it's going to be a tie, actually, between two parks. But first, I did want to tell you guys the devastating news, and I might as well go ahead and do it right here, right now. Katie and I just talked about it. Katie knows how stressed out I am about money. The amount of days I'm working in a row right now says a lot. The little amount of time she sees me says a lot. Katie and I both have Asperger's syndrome, but Katie's unfortunately is worse than mine, and Katie needs a lot more attention from me than I need from her. For me, a phone call a day, even just a quick visit from her, maybe even just being able to just constantly message her every single day, for the most part, is very satisfying to me. And most importantly, having her nearby is a very, very, very peaceful thing. I may not always necessarily need an entire day with her. It always helps, but I may not always need that. Now, for Katie, that's a different story, because she's a female. For Katie, she has to have that one day a week at least just to spend time with her man, because it really means the world to her. So anyway, Katie and I do talk about a lot of things, and actually I'm going to be going more into the whole how just getting married in general, whether it's Katie or not, is going to change my YouTube channel permanently. Like, as long as I have the physical ability to YouTube, I'm going to keep doing it. As long as I have the time to YouTube, I'm going to keep doing it because I really enjoy it. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, one of the biggest hints I'm dropping right now is the fact that getting married also means making major financial decisions that not only do we not like, but you guys don't like either. And as much as we didn't want to do it, we made the very tough decision to not get that Kings Island pass after all this year. I know it was very long, drawn out, but there we go. That was it. That means if there are any Kings Island vlogs whatsoever this year, they are only going to happen if a friend is willing to give it to us for free or something to that extent, or we just buy or each buy a one-day ticket if we have the money to do so. As you guys know, this YouTube channel is both trying to think of the right words here, self-funded and also sponsored. And I don't make any money off of these YouTube videos whatsoever. When you click on a video and you watch it, you're not giving me any money whatsoever. I do this as a ministry more than anything, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go into this week's random topic. So I really thought long and hard about this before I obviously took the laptop out here, turned on the camera, and just started talking to the camera. I will tell you guys right now, a lot of the times I do these vlogs, I think about them ahead of time, usually when I'm getting ready for the day, or I think about it throughout the week. I do a lot of thinking. I think people have started to notice that. Not everybody understands why I think a lot, but... And no, I'm not the Scarecrow from Wicked, or the Wizard of Oz or anything. No pun intended. But the two theme parks that I personally enjoy vlogging at the most out of the 9 years as of December that I've been vlogging have been, ironically, Universal Studios Florida and Kings Island. Now, you might ask me, now, the theme park evangelist, why those two specific parks? I'm really glad you asked. So we're actually going to go into that right now. So as far as Universal, because that was my very first park I ever vlogged, which is obviously a very, very, very strong reason for me, because it's nostalgic. Aside from that, there's one thing these two theme parks specifically have in common. They both do a lot of events throughout the year, every single year. And that was always my biggest, or my favorite thing about going to a park. I'm always looking for events that I can vlog, not necessarily, like Magic Kingdom, for example. Most of us, I hope, should know by now that the Magic Kingdom does do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. But here's the catch between Magic Kingdom and, let's just say, Epcot, for example. Magic Kingdom, those two events alone are pay in advance kind of tickets. So you have to pay roughly these days $150 to $200 per adult just to go. And not everybody has that kind of money sitting around. And that's just for the event. That's only good for 5 hours, and that's it. You're basically throwing away $150 at the minimum just to attend a special event at the Magic Kingdom for 5 hours, just to have limited time offerings you can't get any other time of the year at the Magic Kingdom. And that's their big catch. And you have to ask yourself, is it really worth spending $150? I mean, I feel like I would get more out of an Orlando Informer meetup for the same exact amount for a lot longer of a time frame. And that's something that's still on my bucket list to this day. That's something that TJ and I have been talking about for years, is going to an Orlando Informer meetup at the Universal Parks. And Lord willing, in the future, they are going to be adding on Epic Universe. You guys have no idea how much that's going to like boost their morale. Like in almost 5 days from now, Epic Universe is opening to the public. Universal is already beating Disney's butt so badly that Disney can't even feel the pain anymore because that's how much they're hurting. And Disney's trying so hard to attack Universal back, but their threats towards Universal are completely pointless and painless. That's just how bad Universal has trashed Disney in just the past several months. Because Epic Universe, Disney knew in advance that Epic Universe was coming, and as soon as it would open, there was nothing that Disney could do. Disney's already been failing failing beyond imagination, and this is just literally going to lay them with almost nothing. It's making you wonder how they're even financially staying afloat at this point. But needless to say, I get more out of vlogging at a park that I know is included in your mission. Like when I go to Epcot, for example, I know for a fact that they do multiple events throughout the year that are included in your mission. And that's why I'm bringing up Universal so much, because Universal Studios Florida literally has everything from, let's see here, what do they do at the beginning of the year now? Oh, yeah, that's right. They have Rock the Universe. Okay, that is separate admission, but their ticket prices are very reasonable for it. Cheaper than Not So Scary, that's for sure. And then starting with the spring, well, February, so like right after Rock the Universe, they go right into Mardi Gras, which is included in your admission. That includes concerts every Saturday, and the chance to watch the parade or even be in the parade. And that's all completely free. I mean, all you have to do is either be an annual pass holder or buy your ticket to the park for the day, and you get the price of 2 for 1, basically. Like, you get both the park and the event for the same price. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Now, Mardi Gras is not their only event that I absolutely love, and I'll tell you guys right now, I've been vlogging Mardi Gras at Universal since 2017. And I still do it every single year if I live closer, but kind of hard when you're about 14 hours away. Let's see here. I know during the summer they're doing something new. I think they're doing something new called Butterbeer Nights. Honestly, if I ever had the ability, I love to go do Butterbeer Nights. I think that would be such a cool thing to do and see what that's all about. And I mean, that's just one thing. I'm sure they do other things during the summer. I'm not 100% sure because Universal really never did many summer events when I was originally living down there. But over the past 5 years, since COVID basically, they've really changed things a lot. Like, they're really trying to amp their game, trying to really make Disney feel their wrath and all that. It's kind of fun. Anyway, so then, of course, you get into fall. Universal does Halloween Horror Nights, which naturally, that is one of those events that you do have to pay for in advance. But from what I've been told, it's well worth the money. And a lot of adults say it's much more worth the money to spend, like, I don't remember how much they charge, $150 to go ride all their favorite rides and get scared to death at the same time than it is to go trick-or-treating with their kids at Disney World. It's like, it's here or there. I mean, for what it's worth, if I really want to go trick-or-treating at a theme park, I would rather go to SeaWorld, where I know it's completely free, part of your admission, or Legoland, where it's completely free, part of your admission as well. because both events do something similar, just not completely the same, but on the same extent. Then Universal does two different events during Christmas time, but we're only going to talk about one of them. And this one's my personal favorite. They do what's called the Universal Holiday Celebration because Universal, being a secular company, they don't believe in the whole celebration of God and all that stuff, which is beyond depressing. But I do like the fact that Universal does recreate the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Holiday Parade during the months of late November and the majority of December into early January, actually, and it's all included in your admission, which is pretty cool if you think about it. It's like, have you always wanted to go to Universal and go see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Like, honestly, I would love at some point in my life to go to New York City and go see that, but I got to do the same exact thing. Maybe not quite to the same lengths, being on camera and all that, but something similar at Universal, and I got to do that completely for free. And it's like, why make the travel or the trip all the way to NYC other than just to say you did it? I always like to find cheaper alternatives, but hey, that's me though. So then we're going to go into Kings Island. Like, Kings Island, surprisingly, for a seasonal theme park, has a lot of cheaper alternatives. And this is also why they're my other favorite park to vlog. So obviously, Universal, I normally would vlog Mardi Gras, and I also enjoy just vlogging all the construction and changes, blah, blah, blah. Because every time I go to Universal, there's always something new to vlog. And then, of course, you got the hotels, and you can go walk around those for free, and there's so many of them. They're trying so hard to catch up to Disney, and they're doing it very quickly, surprisingly. And in some ways, their hotels are getting better than Disney's. In some ways, I would say the biggest problem I have right now with Universal is their brand new hotel on Epic Universe property is the fact that to park there just for a day costs you the same exact amount you would pay just to go to a theme park for a day. It makes you wonder how worth it is just to stay there. It's like, it looks like an incredible resort, don't get me wrong, but do I really want to pay $150 a day just to have my car parked? It's like, But hey, that's me. I'm really looking forward to more Epic Universe stuff on YouTube to talk about. That's why I'm constantly staying on top of Universal's social media, so I can not just share it on my Facebook page, facebook.com/the theme park evangelist, but I can talk about it on here as well. But anyway, Kings Island, obviously a completely different animal than Universal, but when I first started going to Kings Island, I was very impressed, and something I've still been impressed with to this day, and you're really trying hard to save up for your future when you can't even afford a $100 $100 to $125 season pass. And that's if you pay it outright. If you do the monthly installment plan, it's about $50 to $60, and that's apparently including a drink pass as well, which is good the entire season as well. That's starting from the day you purchase it, even back in April when they first opened their gates, all the way, and this includes the Gold Pass, by the way, all the way down till the end of December, the last day of December. Not only can you get into Kings Island and Soak City for the same price, but you can have all the drinks you want if you add that on for just a little bit more. And their drink pass is only $33. You would never see Universal charging that low of an amount for something that they would charge a whole lot more for. I'll tell you guys that right now. But at least Universal has that option. And Universal obviously is enjoying selling those because if you guys watch Tim Tracker's vlog about Epic Universe, they've already gone ahead and installed Coca-Cola freestyle machines at Epic Universe. So obviously Universal wants to keep the tradition going. You won't ever see Disney doing anything like that. No. Disney's like, no, if you want soda, you got to buy it full price. And then you got to buy another one full price. Or you can go to one of our sit-down restaurants and then you can have as much as you want. But you still got to pay full price. It's like, But still, Kings Island, $33 a month. If I remember correctly, no. I think it was like a $33 flat rate. That's right. For all the soda you want for an entire, or for like 8 months straight, that's pretty good. I'm like, dang. I mean, you can't get any, better than that. And they have so many stations set up. I would say the biggest complaint I have about Kings Island with their drinks is the fact that they have a bee problem and they need to fix it and they don't do anything about it. And I've been going there off and on for the past 4 or 5 years and they haven't done a single thing about the bee problem. I've been going there since 2019 and that bee problem has been going on ever since 2019. Now, 2019 was the only year I did not have to pay to get in because I was an employee. As of 2021, I've been paying to get in. And this is the first year since 2021 that I will not be going back unless somebody wants to bless me with a season pass or even a day ticket. I'd be down for that. Just to go and ride the new water coaster. That was the biggest reason why I wanted to go. I want to go see that because, come on, Kings Island just spent $1 million on their water park. Of course I want to go. But you got to do what you got to do to save up for that future. Kings Island does so many cool events that are included in your mission. More so than Universal does. Starting with April, they do like opening day. I was very privileged and blessed. I was able to get their 50th birthday off, so I actually drove all the way out there. I got to see some of their former people from Cedar Fair back when it was owned by Cedar Fair before Six Flags went and bought them out. I'm sorry if you're just now hearing that for the first time and I hurt your feelings, but yeah, Kings Island is no longer owned by Cedar Fair, is now owned by Six Flags. But yeah, it was really cool. I got to go out there and I heard all that, and then their chef, before he retired, he baked this enormous cake, and everybody who, showed up for the opening day ceremony got a free slice of, I cannot talk. A free slice of cake. Like, what theme park does that? Apparently Kings Island does, but I don't know any other theme park that just bakes out a ginormous cake and gives it to all their guests for free. It's like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna complain about that. Then Kings Island does something very similar to Universal. So I think they have an event where they have a bunch of I don't even know, YouTubers meet. Every time they open something new, they always invite the media, so it's kind of fun to meet local media from around the country. Usually your smaller YouTube channels. They also do a big Christian event, and Kings Island likes to go all out, and they do sell VIP tickets. Yes, they are slightly pricey, but compared to what you normally would pay for the amount of stuff that they give you for one price, it's actually extremely affordable, and I cannot complain. It's like everywhere from a day admission to like the best seats at the Grey Wolf Amphitheater to meet and greet and photos of these guys. It's like, wow. And it's pretty cool. So they do that event every single year during the summer months. They do Grand Carnival. I mean, well, that Christian event, that unfortunately does cost extra, but it's like one of the few that they do that costs extra. They also do coaster weekends, which is included in your admission. Grand Carnival is definitely up there on one of my favorites. That's always included. It's very similar to Universal's Mardi Gras, just more family friendly. They still have alcohol, but yeah, I definitely would say if you're looking for a family or friendlier version of Mardi Gras, go to Kings Island and do Grand Carnival, especially since they get the kids involved big time with their nighttime parade. It used to be daytime, but about a year ago they changed it to nighttime, and you can actually watch the entire parade at night for free on this channel. Just go to my Kings Island vlogs, and then they do Halloween Haunt, which I do vlog that every single year because, I mean, it's not very often you get to do something similar to Halloween Horror Night or Howl-O-Scream completely for free, part of your admission. That's pretty cool. And normally something like that would cost $150. And I mean, for or just because, I mean, it's literally the same thing as going to one of those Halloween events. It's up from 7 p.m. to midnight. All the rides you want to ride, all the haunted houses or haunted mazes you want to go through in just 5 hours. And if you're a season pass holder, included in your admission that includes parking as well. It's like, wow. And then finally, you got Winterfest once again. Disney would charge for something like that $150. But Kings Island says you're a season pass holder, come on in for free. That includes your parking. All you have to do is be willing to pay extra money if you want, say, a hot chocolate mug, which, once again, I don't know any park that does a hot chocolate mug at all and gives you all the refills you want for one price. Like, upon day of purchase. And then it's a $1 per refill after that, which is still very good. I mean, yes, they use cheap, crappy hot cocoa, but if you think about it, your standard theme park that would sell hot chocolate would never do anything like that. They would expect you to pay $5 to $6 just for a hot chocolate and expect you to pay another $5 to $6 for another hot chocolate. And that includes Universal. So, I mean, kudos to Kings Island for going above and beyond the Call of Duty. And I don't mean the game. So, there you have it. And I mean, if I were to add on one more thing, I do like the fact that Kings Island is still so small that you can get to both Kings Island and Soak City for one price. You don't have to pay anything extra to go to Soak City. If you buy a Soak City admission, you get Kings Island automatically, and vice versa. You don't get that anywhere else. I mean, come on, Universal has Volcano Bay. Granted, it is closing down here soon for an extensive refurbishment, but Volcano Bay is its own entity, and you have to be willing to pay about $100 to $150 just to go to Volcano Bay. And that's not even including the other parks. And I mean, sure, they do offer a 3-park admission as of right now. I don't think they're doing 4-park yet. So it's like Volcano Bay, Islands, Universal Studios Florida. But you're still paying an arm and a leg just to do all 3. And I mean, yeah, I'm sure you can do Volcano Bay and another park, but once again, you're still looking at the upper hundreds. So, yeah, that is normal. And even Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach at Disney World, you're looking at almost $100 just to go to one of those parks. It's not like you're paying admission just to go to Blizzard Beach and one of the Disney parks. Like, oh no, you're only paying admission for Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. You don't get both for the price of one. That's not how Disney works. Legoland is the only other theme park that I know of, and that's all. And this is just a wild guess here, that allows you to visit both the park and the water park completely for one price. And Kings Island is the only other one I know that does the same exact thing. And trust me, Soak City, way better than Legoland's water park any given day. Especially now with all the enhancements that they've made. I just don't see Kings Island anytime in the near future saying, oh, well, Soak City is now a separate admission. Yeah, sorry, let me start over. I would have to see Six Flags intentionally go out of their way to invest in putting up admission booths for Soak City and starting to set prices just for Soak City before they even went there. But right now, Kings Island is just too small for them to even consider it. Six Flags is just not making enough money off of either park because, I mean, what's the biggest difference right now between Kings Island and Universal? If you guys are laughing at me at this point, obviously Universal is a international destination. I mean, literally, not only is it internationally well known, and you've got 2 in just the United States alone, but they also have stuff that the entire world is familiar with, and they're paying copyright stuff out the yin yang just to be able to have that stuff. Like, I'm sure the royalty fees they're paying towards J.K. Rowling right now for Harry Potter is out the roof, especially now they're on the 3rd installment of Harry Potter. It's like, man. But Kings Island, literally everything they have is all original. It's just your standard roller coasters, your standard dark rides, your standard food and beverage. Like, for the most part, I mean, literally the only thing in Kings Island that they're probably paying any kind of royalty fee to is Raiders, Build-A-Bear, Skyline Chili, and that's honestly about it. Everything else is literally their own, including the rides, because their rides at this point are completely original. There's nothing that screams, Kings Island is paying royalty fees for me, blah, blah, blah. Which is another reason why I've always found Kings Island so unique compared to the parks down in Florida. And I think that's another reason why Legoland is so affordable, because everything done in Legoland, like Kings Island, is all original. Literally. I mean, they literally came up with everything for Legoland completely on their own. And I think that's also why Legoland is the other most affordable theme park to date. If you actually wanted to include Ark Encounter on as a theme park, which until they actually get roller coasters and whatnot, I'm not going to include them as a theme park. They're still a museum at the time being, but they are starting to turn into a mini theme park. But needless to say, Kings Island and Universal Studios Florida are on my list for being my two favorite theme parks to vlog at. You can understand why. There's always something to vlog all year long. They change the events ever so slightly every single year just to keep it interesting at both parks. And just like Universal, Kings Island also is adding on something new every single year that makes it worth going out there. Even though it's only open 8 months out of the year, I have to hand it to them. It's impressive that they can make that much money and still put something new in. Every single year, there's always been something I can look forward to make the year that much more interesting. Like back 5 years ago, they opened Orion. I don't remember what they did back in 2021. Last year was Camp Snoopy. They added on the addition of Camp Snoopy. This year it was the water coaster and the enhancements to Soak City. Who knows what they've got planned for next year? I'm sure at some point they'll make that announcement. But in the meantime, I'm very excited to see what they've got going on. Universal is pretty much doing something new every single year too. This year was Epic Universe. I believe last year was the edition of Minions Land, which was pretty cool. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next vlog. And always remember, you can do all things through Christ, who gives you strength. Have a great day. Peace out.